Hello, I'd like to share some of my GoPro gadgets and mounting ideas for my camera. It's been 6 months since I made my first video about gadgets. Start out showing you my helmet, which I put my helmet cam on, which is the original idea of this camera anyway. So I put my camera mount on top of a BMX helmet. That way it's versatile. I could use it for snowboarding, I could use it riding my mountain bike, skateboarding, I used it wakeboarding. It floats really well, and it's very versatile. Rather than put a mount on every single helmet, I'm just using this one. One of the biggest changes or breakthroughs I made is no longer using the seat post mount on my arm extenders. Although I still use the seat post mount on my bike and in other situations it's really handy, but for this device it was easier just to get a bolt and a nut, put it through a cap, put it on here. It's fast, it's simple, it's easy. I've made 10 of these, so I have these on everything I have. I just move my tripod mount from one device to the other, or I screw it off like this to move it from one device or the other. I needed to come up with something to hold my camera instead of holding it in my hand and getting that hand noise, that squeaky sound you get, and it was a little awkward. So I came up with this mount, a small mount with a 6-inch pieces of pipe, 2 adapters to go to thread. This is to hold my camera, and what I do is I put one of these adapters on the top and use the GoPro tripod mount, and I screw it on here like this, and that's a good way to hold the camera where you're not interfering with it and you got a good grip on it. And then I put a safety mount on the bottom like that with a strap. It's a hole drilled to the bottom and a cord off a old pair of snowboard gloves. Here, if I take off the safety strap and then I make this, so I have a tripod. It's 2 more 6-inch pipes with end caps glued on, a little Y there, and a threaded coupling at the top. And you can figure out how to put that all together. Just go to Ace Hardware and stare at the bins until you noodle it through. But see, I can screw this on here like so, and then I have a tripod. To combat a balance issue with my little tripod, I made a piece that turned and brought it more into the center so it doesn't fall over. Everyone seems to want a large pole to extend it out, and I must admit there are some situations that it's kind of handy, so I made mine, you know, under the same concept of the 6-inch one. I made a longer extended pole, used the threading caps, and obviously if you use my tripod mount idea on this, it's not going to stay up. And I use my base for my small tripod, and I screw in this bracket, and it has 2 threaded ends on the end of a T. So I'll put that in here, and actually if you put a plain cap on the end like this, it's a 3-post tripod. But I took it a little bit farther and I put on another one of these tripod mounts. Actually, I'm more coordinated than this. Okay, so there you have a very versatile tripod. You could twist and manipulate it any way you want, the legs. It doesn't have to be level ground. You take your pole here and you stick it in here in the ground, and there you have your tripod. I don't want you to have PVC nightmares, so go outside and have some fun.